How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, like I said in the last video, the update and stuff like that, I've had a few days off, guys. Some days I have good days, some days I have bad days. Some days I just wake up and think, let's go on a mad one and just get the adrenaline rushing again, just to get that, just to get the blood pumping and stuff. But as it stands right now, guys, I'm staying on a crimeless path. This is prison news anyway, more prison news, link in the description like I always do, you know that. This is Kent Online. Headline reads, ex-Canterbury prison governor Richard Horrocks jailed for historic sex attacks. A former governor of Canterbury prison has been branded a monster after admitting abusing children. Richard Horrocks, paedophile, you can see at the start of the video, guys, carried out horrific sex attacks more than 30 years ago, including some at his prison home. So whilst he's the whiter than white character and upstairs, you know what I mean, an upstanding member of society and a prison governor, he was abusing people. You know what I'm saying? Now the 81-year-old former Marine who served with the Special Boat Service, or the SBS, has been jailed for 15 years at Canterbury Crown Court. Horrocks of Sussex Gardens, Herne Bay, admitted 6 sex charges on 3 children and a woman on the day his trial was due to start. One of the victims told Judge Rupert Lowe she had lost more than 3 decades of her life to that monster. She revealed how she was attacked by Horrocks in front of other people, and she later confronted him by email. She wrote, "Do you ever feel bad about the things you did to me?" He replied, "Of course, I often feel like doing myself in. I'm so sorry, it made me feel rotten. I know and I regret it from the bottom of my heart." David Howell, defending, told the Pat Court that Horrocks now faced the prospect, because of his age, of not coming out of prison. She'll chemically castrate him, physically castrate him, right? And then, like I say, march him down, put a noose around his neck and have done with it. But different times and different eras, innit, guys? 3 of the victims gave statements to the police about the sexual abuse, but Horrocks, who had initially admitted his crimes, then denied it and blamed the children for lying and making up the stories. But Judge Lowe told him his response had been typical paedophile rationale and had taken away the coward's way out by not admitting his guilt until he got to court. "You have ruined the lives of your victims," he told Horrocks. Prosecutor Vivian Walters told how police were called after one of the women reported the attacks, which happened in the 1980s. The victim explained that she had not decided to make a formal report to the police about the sexual abuse that she had suffered because she needed closure in her life, she said. She explained that she needed to tell someone because she knew what happened was not right. The victim, who was sat in court just yards from her attacker, told how she had attempted suicide when she was a young girl and turned to drugs to limit the hurt. She also took a lie detector to test to prove that she had not been lying. Now, like, lie detectors are actually inadmissible in court, right? You can't use them, but she took it regardless anyway. And like I say, guys, the fact that victims come forward sometimes decades after the attacks have happened is not to be laughed at. Do you know what I mean? People cope with things different ways. Some people are more sensitive than others. Some people keep it bottled up. Some people are ashamed. Some people are embarrassed. Like I say, there's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about, but I can understand the stigmas of being a victim of historical sex abuse. When I was like 12, 13, someone sexually abused me that lived local to my mum and my stepdad, for example, when I ran away from home. I never went to the police because, like, I grew up in sort of an anti-authority, sort of police were the enemy sort of mentality. Years later, I went to his home address. I had a big combat knife, massive, like, Crocodile Dundee knife, knocked on a door, and I was going to gut him like a fish. Unfortunately, he'd moved. He no longer lived there. This was years later. Like I said, I was 12. I probably about 22 or something like that when I went back to the address. Like I said, I was going to gut him like a fish. And had he been there, I'd be in prison now. As simple as that, guys. That's not a bragging thing, guys. It's just I'd had enough. Has it scarred me mentally for the rest of my life? Probably, yeah. I'll never know. Do you know what I mean? I just get on with it regardless. But like I say, the fact that these victims came forward and stuff, power to them and stuff. He's 81 years old, guys. You know what I'm saying? he'll die. He'll probably die behind bars. Doesn't actually state the length of sentence, to be honest with you, but you can see him at the start of the video. Link in the description. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.